Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Angelica here, and for today's video I wanted to do a ballet core inspired nail set. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply jello onto my nails because I want it to be a nail set that I can pop off later on. So I'm going to apply a layer of jello on all 5 fingers, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure them. So the point of using the jello is so that you can remove your nails with more ease later on. So basically you skip the step of prepping your nails and you go ahead and you apply the jello on. I don't know, maybe I got a bad batch because every time I do this, my nails stay on for so long. They don't actually pop off as easy as I would hope. I have to basically soak my nails in warm water for quite a while until they start to become softer, and then I apply the oil that comes with the jello, which is the 1 kill, and that is the remover, and it's supposed to help remove it, but for some reason I have to do it so many times. It's not as easy as the other videos that I've seen on YouTube. So now I'm going to go ahead and start gluing my tips. I like to use pre-shaped tips. It's a lot easier in the sense that you don't have to shape your nails as much and you don't have to change the shape if you were to buy just regular square tips. So I'm going to use these stiletto tips to kind of create an almond shape, and I find that it's much easier to create an almond shape from a stiletto than it is to create it from a square shape. Also, you can create a easier stiletto with a coffin nail as well. Achievement unlocked, and now we finally have our nail tips on. So I'm going to go ahead and cut down the tips. Once I'm done cutting down the tips, I'm going to blend the nail into my natural nail, file on the tip to make sure that the product sticks, and I'm also going to be rounding out the nails. And here I am just rounding out the nail tip, cleaning up the edges and underneath to go ahead and add product. But before I add product, I'm also going to be dusting off my nails, making sure that I have a clean surface to work on. Here I'm just using isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe and just getting all the little dust specks off of my nails and out of my cuticles. So to do my nails, I'm actually going to be using the Una Gel Poly Gel that I unboxed in my previous video. The reason why I wanted to do the nails with the Poly Gel was to just test it out and see how I like this Poly Gel. So whenever you're using polygel, you definitely want to use less than you think that you're going to need for the nail. And you can pretty much start at any point. When I work on a client, I usually start at the tip of the nail. And when I'm working on myself, I'll start at the cuticle just because of laziness. I'll just pull the product down from the cuticle down and kind of just make sure that everything is blended in and it's nice and smooth. And that's pretty much how I apply my polygel on myself. I'm kind of lazy, so I kind of just smack it on. But there are different ways to apply your polygel, and I feel like it's up to the user on how they want to do it and how they like to apply their polygel. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the edges, make sure that every little bit of the nail is full with poly gel. Then I'm going to go ahead and cure my nails for 60 seconds. And now I'm just finish filing, just making sure that the nails are nice and smooth and that the shape is where I want it to be. And then once I'm done with that, I go ahead and start my designs. I feel like shaping for me is probably the most time consuming part of doing my nails. I feel like once I'm done applying a product, shaping takes the most time. Also designs, depending on the design, it can take a lot of time as well. But here I'm just buffing the nails to make sure that they're nice and smooth. I'm using 150 nail file by Young Nails and just cleaning up any edges and making sure that everything looks good before I go ahead and go in with my design. And I also like to go around my cuticles with the drill just to make sure that everything looks good and that there's no like seepage over the cuticle or anything like that. In this case, I didn't really have anything on my cuticle, but I just wanted to shape them and make sure that they looked really nice. And now I'm just going to go in with the base gel that was included in the kit. And I'm going to go ahead and put a layer of base coat on all of my nails before I begin my designs. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab this pigment powder palette and add pigment to the nail. I want to create a blush effect on my thumb. And then next I am going to be grabbing this gel liner, this white gel, and I'm going to create a French. I'm not the best at doing deep Frenches. I think that they're extremely hard for some reason, especially when I do them on myself. Clients ask for this all of the time, and I struggle every single time I do French, but the more practice I get, the better I will be at creating French. So for myself, I just throw the line. I usually measure it when I do it on a client's hand, but since it's for me, I just kind of went in and did the smile line. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in the nail. And I feel like I could have gone deeper with the French, but at the moment, I guess I was kind of satisfied with it. But yeah, I struggled with it. I'm not gonna lie. I went in over and over to try to get the French to look good, if that makes sense. And here I just took a round brush, just any random round brush that I had, and tried to clean up my French lines to make them look a little bit better. Once again, I really do struggle with French on my own hands. So on Ballet core nails, I noticed that they use a lot of chrome pigments, and I also noticed that they do a lot of these kind of X's. The first set of them, I didn't like them, so I went ahead and erased them and did it again. For some reason, no matter how hard I tried, they didn't come out perfectly symmetrical or in the center. So I went ahead and just redid them a couple of times until I was satisfied. I was never truly satisfied with how they came out, so you're going to see how I'm going to kind of fix it and make it look a little bit better. So I'm also going to create these X's down the middle of my middle finger. These are just going to be kind of like representation, I guess, of shoelaces, ballet shoelaces, and I'm going to add some charms onto that to kind of make them look a little bit better. And here I'm just cleaning up my lines to make the X a little bit more crisp. I always find it slightly difficult to do my own nail art. It's always easier to do nail art on someone else's hands or even on press-ons. I always struggle when it comes to doing it on my own hands just because I really hate keeping my hand like in the same position, so I'm constantly moving it. Like I can't do it the way other people do it where they're just kind of like holding their hand up in the air. I have to keep my hands flat, mostly because I have tremors, so my hands move and it just gets really annoying. So here I'm just applying chrome. I had a problem with the chrome, so what happened was that For some reason, the white didn't have a really tacky like inhibition layer, so the chrome wasn't really sticking to the white. So I ended up adding glitter on top of it just to add a little bit more, I guess, shine onto the nail, because I did want the chrome to shine through and it didn't. I'm also going to create an outline, a pink outline for the actual French, which is supposed to represent the ballet nail. I know that they look really funny, probably because of the angle, possibly. But they do end up looking really cute and really nice in the end. And now I'm just going to start adding my rhinestones and charms. I'm going to be freezing them with this mini LED lamp so that I can make sure that they don't move before I cure them. I'm going to go ahead and add bows onto the X's because I didn't like the way the X's turned out since they weren't completely symmetrical. But I did actually like adding the bows on. I think they look really cute. And then on the X's at the end, I'm going to glue on some rhinestones. And I also put clear hearts on my pinky finger. I just thought it needed something on there since all it had was glitter, just to add some kind of, I guess, texture or movement onto the nail. And now I'm going to go ahead and just add my little beads. Well, they were, what are they called? I forgot what they're called, but I'm going to add these little beads onto the ends of the X's just to create a different kind of look. And I think it came out pretty cute. So now I'm just going to go ahead and top coat the nails. I'm also using the Gella top coat that came with the polygel kit. And overall, I'm pleased with how they turned out. I'm going to go ahead and play around some more with ballet core nails and probably make another video after creating a design instead of just randomly putting things together. But like I said, overall, I'm really pleased with the result and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And this is the final result. This is how they came out. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.